about to witness an epic Tyrone Magnus reaction.
Hey, at least it wasn't woke. Oh, man. So, the rumors all that you heard weren't true. So, we good to go there. I don't know where to start. I'm going to talk. You guys love to hear me talk. And to speak my mind, that's what I'm going to do. Without fear. Till all are one. So, there is a mid-credit scene. There is nothing at the end. There's a mid-credit scene that sets up a crossover with another franchise. Just so you know. Now, let me see what stuck out in my mind. The comedy. The comedy is that Michael Bay-ish comedy. And it was driving me nuts. I was just sitting there the whole time like this. And I actually, I'm a Michael Bay fan. However, even his fans sometimes have an issue with his brand of comedy. And it was very similar to what, it had a similar feel to other movies in certain ways. And I chuckled twice. And I mean chuckled. Like that. Chuckled twice in the whole movie. And there's a lot of comedy. Now, one thing I will tell you about myself. I am a hardcore G1 fan. There were people laughing in the theater. Okay? So, look. I don't know if there's a generational gap in entertainment here. Or I was just different. But a lot of you guys trust me. Because I'm going to tell you the truth about how I feel, okay? So, we pretty much know what the story is. I mean, look, the Autobots and the Maximals get together. They got to take care of Scorch, Unicron, the rest of the minions, you know what I mean? And basically, they're fighting over another key of sorts for something. You know what I'm saying? I would like to say that, like a lot of other fans, Bumblebee's opening scene is one of the greatest, if not the greatest live action, even though we know it's all CGI, you know what I mean, stick with me here, live action scene of all the Transformers movies, period, point blank. Nothing beats that. They did it G1. Everyone looked like they did from the cartoon. It was perfect. Well, for the most part, What is with the... I don't know why they change these characters like this. And they end up giving us these stupid versions of them that don't make no sense. Wheeljack... Scorch didn't even look like Scorch. He kind of, just slightly, maybe, looks like Scorch. There were certain other characters in there that didn't look like, of course, Mirage doesn't look like Mirage. And, and don't give me that whole Indy cars aren't street legal thing. It's a movie. They have military vehicles that aren't street legal driving down the streets. I don't want to hear that, okay? Mirage was very, he was somewhat likable, but he was loud and, you know what word I'm looking for? He's just like, he was too much. He was too much. Prime was Prime, okay? Prime was the best thing about the whole movie. His best thing. Every time he spoke, every time he fought, every time he did something, Prime was the best thing about the whole movie. As a matter of fact, all of the fights, all of the scenes with the robots are the best thing about the movie. I've always been one of those fans who did not care about the humans. That rhymed. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Bars! In the G1 series, yeah, we got Spike and his dad, but and they were likable, but nobody really cared like that. It was all about Optimus and the Autobots versus Megatron and the Decepticons, and we're good to go. Why can't they give us a movie where it's on Cybertron or it's all about the robots? They might have to spend some extra money, more CGI, all this other stuff, but if they do it right, like that opening scene of Bumblebee, that's money, and you know I'm right. So, yeah, he was obnoxious. That's the word I was looking for. Now, considering Unicron's in the movie, considering Scorch is in the movie, there were 3 other villains that did not appear once. I won't say what that is. You'll see when you go see the movie. One major character you would have expected to see. Don't see about it. Didn't care about the humans at all whatsoever. One thing about Shia LaBeouf, though, Shia LaBeouf made Sam likable and funny. And when I first saw the movie, in the theaters, I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to like this, because I'd rather just see the robots fighting and talking. Shia actually ended up working out for me as a fan. These characters didn't work. It just didn't work. I'm not saying I didn't like them, but it's one of those things where why do they always seem to think that you gotta throw humans in the mix? Like, why? Why? Is it because you think we need something to relate to? We already relate to the Autobots and the Decepticons because we've been watching them for years. We understand them. We don't need the humans whatsoever. We never have, as a matter of fact. But they tend to always think that's what we need. Do they put them in there to cut on the budget? It's like, we need some live action people. Because the CGI is going to be $1 billion movie if we do a whole CGI thing. I don't know. Unicron's voice wasn't memorable like Orson Welles. I know Orson Welles was sick when he did it, and they used a lot of, sound effects to make him sound intimidating, but that voice is still in my head. I can hear it now. Welcome, Megatron. I can still hear it. His voice wasn't memorable. It didn't work for me. It wasn't bad voice acting for none of the characters. It was all good voice acting. I thought the acting in the movie was good. Good to fair, depending on the situation, and the special effects were good, good to great for the most part, I really liked RC. Really liked Prime. I liked Primal. Primal was badass. And the Maximals were cool. Scorch and his minions, and they always do something with the Decepticons where they make them look like extra evil. That doesn't work for me. Why could you could have gave us everything, G1 CGI versions, and I'd have been, how much I'd have been praising this, for at least that part. It would have definitely got you a higher score with me. I thought the movie was directed well, but between the comedy and not really getting as much as I wanted as a G1 fan, it didn't work for me like that. I'm telling you all, as Transformers fans, go to a matinee. I think it's worth seeing, but go to a matinee. Don't pay full price, okay? I don't know what else to say. I'm just, and there was people all cheering, and at the end of the movie when you get the mid-credit scene where they set up the crossover franchise, I didn't even care. Because I wasn't happy, you know what I mean, with what I got. I don't think it's no Razzie of a movie, but, it just didn't work for me like that. So I'm giving it 2 out of 5 woos. As a Transformer fan, if you're a fan, you gotta see it. But anything else, just callbacks to certain things. There's a little bit of fan service in there. But anyone else that has never really watched the movies or don't care for the movies, I don't think they're gonna like this. Okay, I loved the first movie. Really liked the third movie. The second movie, I'm an outlier. I liked it literally only because they made Prime a badass in it. In the first movie, they kicked his ass. In the second movie, they made him a badass. That rhymed later play the game bars. And they had him doing some real cool stuff, you know what I mean? I just love Prime that much. That's how much Prime means to me. He made the movie for me, even though a lot of people hated the second movie. I liked it all because of Prime. Even all the other dumb hijinks in it, I still liked it because of Prime. So I liked 1, 2, and 3. 4 and 5. Bumblebee was okay with me. The first scene. I bought Bumblebee for the first scene. I bought Bumblebee for the first scene. That's it. Bumblebee was okay with me. And then this is just 2 out of 5. I'm sorry if I, brought bad news to any of you. And I don't know what else to say. I'm a fan just like you guys, and a lot of you say you only come to see me because you agree with every review that I do after you see the movie. You're like, this dude was telling the truth. Some of you think I'm crazy. That's fine. Don't disrespect me in the comments, though. You won't be here no more in the comments. But, yeah. Everyone's allowed to have their opinion. It just is what it is. If you love it, that's great. Peter Cullen, you're the man. Post comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. If you enjoyed my thoughts on this movie. If you loved my review, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in the next video. Till all are one. Ah, boy.